Now we're going to the Q&A. We have, what, about 5 minutes? Any questions for me? Don't have the confidence to speak up? Or, yes, Justin.
Hi, George. My name is Justin. I come from Division E, and I'm one of the students in National Tsinghua University. Actually, the most question I want to ask is that we all know that during 2 semesters, we have to pay a lot of efforts and time in preparing speeches and work with the session master. So, do you have any suggestion how to balance the 2 semester things and the school things during our master's degree or undergraduate school?
Well, you know, I would answer that question by saying, time is the most precious resource we have. Money you can make, time you cannot. Once you spend it, it's gone. But do you notice something? The most successful people usually find time to do a lot of things. The unsuccessful people often say, oh, I'm too busy. I'm too busy for this, I'm too busy for that. But in this day of, this is my own personal bias, and I would say this, some professor might disagree with me. In this age of knowledge explosion, in this age of internet, whatever knowledge, you can never learn enough. Whatever you need to know, you can find out. What's most important is how to think, how to communicate, how to influence others. And Toastmaster is a worthwhile investment of your time that would be with you all your life. I hope I've answered that question, your question on that. It's a question of priorities, and you will find in your life is what would you want to do first with your time or with your money. Any other questions? Does what I'm saying make sense to you, or is it, what is that? Or what Americans would say, BS, which stands for bullshit.
Well, excuse me,
yes.
I have one question.
Sure.
Do you want to change anything in your life now?
Do I want to change anything in my life now?
Yeah, like when you face, do you have any difficulties in your life and you want to change it?
Do I want to change anything in my life now?
I mean, I can overcome your difficulties like that.
There are many little things I would like to change. I would like to be more compassionate and more giving. This is one of the things I've discovered in my 20-year journey in Toastmasters. I, like all Toastmasters, we join as takers. We come here to take what we want to improve my speaking, English, da-da-da. When I take it, I leave. But somewhere, those who stay more than, I don't know, 6 years or 10 years, there's a big change. And that is the shift from a taker to a giver. And when that change happens, you will discover one of the big secrets of Toastmasters is that the more you give, the more you get. When you take, you will get pretty much what you want. But when you give, there's no end. When you serve as officers, you are providing a service, you're giving. But I think many of you will discover the experience, or the most enriching, will be yourself. And that's the main change I think I have made in my career, Toastmaster. Yes, Mike.
Since you've been in touch and interacting with younger Toastmasters, especially in Taiwan, do you think that's been helpful for you to understand your kids? Because the other way around, that's the way we understand our parents by interacting with some seniors in Toastmasters.
Well, I don't know whether the campus students help me understand, but I know that Toastmaster helped me relate to my children. I mentioned about the evaluation session. It changes the way, not only the way I relate to my children, but also to my employees. Because I tend to be more positive. I would say, what's right with you? I would be more encouraging. That's one of the changes I've made. And the same thing with my employees. So I don't have the image of, wow, 大老板, I'm afraid to talk to you. They feel that I can listen. My listening is much better. I'm much more positive and more encouraging. I would like to think so, but you have to ask them. Okay, how am I doing in my time? Alex? Or who's that lady back there? You want to refer to the lady first? Okay, Alex. Lady first.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm from CKTC. As far as Americans, I don't think your speech was bullshit at all.
Oh, okay.
I have two questions actually.
Yes.
One question is how to encourage people to join. Like, do you have any tips on how to encourage new members? And then second thing is, have you ever had an experience where you weren't able to persuade somebody that Toastmasters was good?
Okay, I'll answer the second question first. That's an easy one. Of course I have. And Toastmaster is not for everybody. I'll be honest with you. I've known very senior Toastmasters. The husband has nothing to do with Toastmasters. And that's okay. This is like, Toastmasters like dating. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. If you see the beauty, then you see this value. If you do not see beauty, that's no meaning. How to persuade? Number one, by being a good Toastmaster. Wear a badge. And people, you are committed. You are a role model. And people say, wow, why are you so passionate about Toastmasters? They will be influenced by your passion. Yes, I think my red flag is up, right? Okay, so thank you. I'll be around during intermission and feel free to ask that question. Thank you.
Thank you.